Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanna talk about a book I recently read in English. I'm talking about The Alchemist by
Paulo Coelho.
You've probably heard of it. It's one of those books that's on like every must-read before you die list, your friend's bookshelf, and also on every high schooler's desk who might as well be daydreaming through English class. It's a short novel, but it has a deep message. Let me tell you what it's about, and what I think about it. I'll give you a quick rundown of the story, then share my thoughts, what I liked, what I didn't, and why this book still sparks so much debate. Let's get into it! Okay, so The Alchemist is the story of a young shepherd named Santiago. He lives in Spain, and one day he has a dream about a treasure hidden near the pyramids in Egypt. He decides to follow this dream and travel to find the treasure. He keeps having this recurring dream about finding treasure in Egypt, and that kicks off this whole journey of self-discovery. On his journey, he meets many people. He meets a king, a crystal merchant, an Englishman who's into alchemy, and finally the alchemist. Each person teaches him something important about life, dreams, and following your heart. Now, that might sound like a weird mix, but stay with me. The whole story is basically a giant metaphor. It's about following your dreams, or what Coelho calls your personal legend. Like this idea that the universe is actually trying to help you get what you want, if you're brave enough to go for it. Which sounds pretty cool, right? But then you might as well ask, if it's that easy, why isn't everyone doing it? Well, the book kinda answers that too. It talks a lot about fear. Like, people don't chase their dreams because they might as well just stay where they are. It's safer. They're afraid of being judged, afraid of being made fun of, afraid of not being accepted. And honestly, who hasn't felt like that? You ever had an idea or a goal you really wanted to go after, but didn't because someone might criticize you? Or you didn't want to look dumb? Yeah, I'm sure you've felt that way before. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I really like the message of the book cause it's about listening to your heart, following your dreams, and never giving up. I find that message positive. The language is simple, and that made it easy to read in English. As you well know, I don't have a high level of English. I'm a beginner, and reading a book with simple language was satisfying. There's something simple and kind of comforting about it. Like, the writing isn't fancy or deep in a literary sense, but the message hits. It's full of those quotable lines that stick with you. You know, when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it. That line alone has been on like every motivational Instagram post since 2010. The book has a 100% success rate when it comes to making you stop and reflect for a second. Like, am I doing what I really want in life? Or am I just settling? And even if you don't agree with everything Coelho says, you might as well take a minute to think about your own goals. That's a win in my book. Also, I liked how every part of the story had a purpose. Even when things seemed bad, they were part of Santiago's journey. Now, that doesn't mean the book is perfect. There are parts where the message feels a little too simplified. Like, life is hard. Things don't always work out just because you want them bad enough. Sometimes you might as well try your best, and still end up nowhere close to where you hoped. Also, the way the book kinda brushes over obstacles, like just follow your heart and everything will work out, feels a little naive. Real life isn't that clean. There's no guarantee. And honestly, I might as well criticize it for that. And hey, some people have legit reasons to criticize it. They say it's shallow, repetitive, even pretentious. I've heard people call it self-help dressed as fiction, and I can see that. Like, if you're looking for complex characters and deep plot twists, you might as well look somewhere else. A lot of the hate The Alchemist gets comes from this idea that it's trying too hard to be profound. And yeah, maybe it is, but people also criticize it because it's popular. Like, there's this whole group of readers who love to criticize anything mainstream just because it's, well, mainstream. Some folks also just don't like books that deal with feelings or spirituality. They might as well pretend emotions aren't real. But for some people, this book hits at the exact right time. It gives them hope, direction, or at least makes them feel seen. So while it's totally valid to criticize the book, I also think a lot of people are afraid of being made fun of for liking it. Like, it's become uncool to say you found it meaningful. But you shouldn't be afraid of being judged for connecting with something. So here's my take. The Alchemist isn't a masterpiece of literature. It's not meant to be. But it's a fable. A spiritual guide disguised as a novel. And if you go into it with the right mindset, you might as well find something useful in it. It's not for everyone. And that's okay. Some people will criticize it to death. Others will swear it changed their lives. Both reactions are valid. But if you're on the fence about reading it, I say go for it. As I said before, The Alchemist isn't a masterpiece of literature, but in my opinion, this book is a great read, especially if you're learning English. It's short, inspiring, and full of positive messages. It made me think about my own dreams and goals. Sometimes we are afraid to take risks, but this book shows us that the journey is worth it. So, if you haven't read The Alchemist yet, I really recommend it. You might as well give it a shot. It's short and easy to read. Alright, that's it for today. If you've read this book too, let me know in the comments what you think of The Alchemist. And if you have a book recommendation for me, something easy to read in English, I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching this video. See you next time.